Welcome to Hollywood Deli. I'm your host, Blue. So listen, we're going to watch Monique talk about Kevin Hart on Club Shay Shay. And so I, f- I just want to preface this by saying that I'm not a Kevin Hart hater at all. Um, I think he doesn't give me the vibe, and he could be just a good actor that he's malicious in intent, but he does, and I feel like he probably means well, but he's such a like ambitious person that sometimes he rubs people the wrong way. And so Monique tells us her experience with Kevin after she does his podcast.
That goes away. Kevin Hart. Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yes.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, "You're like my mother, you're like my aunt, you're like my sister." Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, "I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler." I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, "Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do." Now, let me say that before we go any further because I want to.
And it sounds like he has some good intentions. Like he wanted to um, put Monique back on the right track. He wanted to see Monique do some great things. But I think sometimes people like Kevin who are self-preserving are easily spooked. And so um, I think that played a big role in what transpired is what she's going to talk about.
To make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check
That was
and said,
nice.
"Here you go."
Shout
We're
out to
forever
Kevin
grateful
for
for that.
that.
When we were able to give it back, we said, "Brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top," because I don't ever want nobody to think
Feel like they
me and
gave
my
more.
husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then when he came back with, "I got you," I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, "I'll executive produce. I'll partner with you." I said, "Good shit, Kevin," because we're in a deal with Endemol and we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world, right?
Correct.
And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive use. They was like, "Oh, this is incredible," because when you put Kevin Hart name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, "We just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky." And Dave Becky said, "Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever
Man,
she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. He doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique."
So what
man.
changed between the 2 weeks and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo, hey, we got you. So what transpired or what do you think transpired between then that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, "Hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol, and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me." He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now." I said, "Wait a minute. Are you okay, though, with this white man calling them up? Getting in between our relationship after something you said?" He said, "Mo, that's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication." That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him.
So he rushed her off the phone. It sound like he rushed her off the phone. And I think what happened was his people got in his ear, and he got scared. And they told him like the damage that she could do if he partnered with her. And it's kind of fucked up. But my thing is like, listen, she explained like Lee Daniels offered her roles like the butler role and another role. I forget what the other one was. And because Oprah had the money and wanted those parts, he took Oprah on those parts. And she accepted it and she understood it. She never hold him against him. She said, "Go get your money." And I think if Kevin was honest with her and said, "Look, um, after consulting with my people, I might have misspoke, and I just can't take that risk. I got to take care of my family, blah, blah, blah." She would have understood it because you already were overly generous, Kevin. You gave her a check and she gave it back, but you helped her out when she was in a dire need. And so the way he handled her was just wrong. And hopefully they can rectify it, because Kevin's getting a lot of bad press. Like, this is the second interview and second comedian to come through Club Shay Shay to say how, dirty Kevin is. And like, Kevin's all about his image. And he's in the midst right now trying to sue Unwind with Tasha K and his past assistant because they were speaking disparagingly against him. And, he relies heavily on his public image to sell products. And that's his brand, is being wholesome and, jolly and happy and positive and a nice person. And so if it's coming off as he's a sex addict who just likes to sleep with random women on his wife, it doesn't look good. So this doesn't look good, Kevin. Like, you know, you started off in the right positive direction, and I listened to that interview, and I remember him saying all these things, and you didn't have to say all these things. It sounded good at the moment, and I think at the moment he was in a good place, but I think he allowed. We could just see that he is easily influenced by the powers that be because he doesn't want to lose what he's worked so hard for, and I understand that. But to just handle her that way is just wrong.